Imagine it's 9 p.m. You're at home with your family. Your children are asleep. Your wife is with you. Everything is quiet. Suddenly, the door is slammed. You open it. .7 armed men rush in. They open fire without saying a word. The first bullet goes through your chest. The second hits your arm. The third. The fourth. The fifth. Your wife screams. Your friend falls to the ground, bleeding. You run, but the bullets are coming after you. 90 seconds later, it's all over. You're lying on the ground, wounded. You're covered in blood. It's hard to breathe. 48 hours later, you're on stage in front of 80,000 people. Your arm is bandaged. There's a bullet hole in your chest. But you're singing. This isn't madness. This is heroism. This is Bob Marley. But wait, you have to do something before you watch the rest of the video. If you want to learn the truths about Bob Marley that not everyone knows, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel Marley Files, the Untold Stories. Because in the next video we will reveal Bob's last words. Those words will change your life. Forget everything you know now. The real story begins. But first, a question for you. What do you know about Bob Marley? Reggae music, one love, Rastafari, Ghana? Or do you just know him as a peaceful musician with long hair? Write in the comments section. What does Bob Marley symbolize to you? Peace, freedom, rebellion, or something else? And the most important question, if they tried to kill you, would you go back to work in 48 hours? Think about it. Answer, because this story will show you what is really important. Now let's get started. 1976, Kingston, Jamaica. If you lived in Jamaica that year, you would face death every day. The streets had become a battlefield. To political parties, the JLP and the PNP were trying to destroy each other. Guns, blood, death. Every day. Children were afraid to go to school. Their mothers did not leave the house. The fathers didn't know if they were going to come home at night or in a hearse. This wasn't a civil war. It was worse. It was chaos where neighbor killed neighbor. And in the center of this chaos was Bob Marley. But he didn't take a gun. He didn't plant a bomb. He didn't kill anyone. He just sang, "One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right." Simple words, but these words exploded like a bomb in Jamaica because these words were about peace, about unity, about love. And that was the biggest danger for some people. Bob Marley was already a world star at that time. His album Rastaman Vibration had entered the top 10 in the United States. Thousands of people came to his concerts. His voice was spreading around the world. But in Jamaica, he was not just a musician. He was a symbol. He was hope. He was change. And that's exactly why he had to be silenced. Many hook. But who? Who wanted Bob Marley to be silenced and die? The answer will shock you. But first, let's go back to that night. Early December, 1976. Prime Minister Michael Manley calls Bob. "Bob, our country is falling apart. People are killing each other. We need peace. Give a concert, a free concert, a concert for the people." Bob thinks he has tried to stay out of politics because he knows that in Jamaica, politics means death. But he also knows that the power of music is stronger than guns. "Okay," Bob replies, "I will sing, but it's for peace, not for any party." Michael Manley smiles. "Of course, Bob, only for peace." But that's a lie, because the concert date is December 5th, and the elections are December 7th. 2 days ago. This is not a coincidence. This is a political game. If Bob Marley sings at the Prime Minister's concert, then he supports the PNP. If he supports the PNP, then he is an enemy of the JLP, and enemies must be killed. Bob didn't understand. Or he did, but he didn't care. He starts getting ready for the concert. 56 Hope Road, Bob's house, and his studio. It's an open-door venue. Anyone can come in. Musicians, friends, fans, journalists, everyone. Mini hook. And that was the biggest mistake, because the killers could have come in. December 3rd, 1976, Thursday. The concert is 2 days away. Bob, Rita Marley, manager Don Taylor, and the Wailers are rehearsing. Everything has to be ready. 80,000 people will come. The stage is big. The sound systems need to be checked. The repertoire needs to be ready. It's almost 9:00 single quotes clock. Bob goes to the kitchen. He gets a mango. He cuts it. He eats it. Rita is in the yard, talking to the kids. Don Taylor has just gotten out of the car. He's walking towards the door. A car is parked outside. It's dark. Its windows are tinted. No one pays attention. Cars stop all the time on Hope Road. But this car is different. There are 7 men inside. All of them are armed, and they know Bob is inside. And in just 90 seconds, everything will be covered in blood. The door slams. Don Taylor steps in. He reaches for the door. He opens it. And then everything slows down. 7 men rush in. They have guns in their hands. There's no emotion on their faces. Don Taylor understands immediately. But it's too late. Fire breaks out. The sound of guns rips the air. Don Taylor lunges forward. He thinks he can save Bob. But the bullets find him. The first bullet hits his chest. The second hits his arm. The third hits his leg. The fourth hits his waist. The fifth hits his shoulder. 5 bullets. 5 seconds. Don falls to the ground. Blood spurts everywhere. Rita hears voices from the yard. She screams. She tries to run. A bullet flies towards her head and grazes through her skull. If it had been an inch lower, Rita would have been dead on the spot. But God has a plan. Bob is in the kitchen. The mango is in his hand. He hears voices. Gunshots. Screams. Chaos. He drops the mango. He has to run. But where? The back door is too far. The living room is closer. He runs into the living room, and it is a decision that could save or kill him. One of the killers sees him. He points the gun at Bob. He opens fire. First bullet. It hits Bob in the chest, but not in the heart. It goes past the heart. If it had been 2 inches to the right, Bob would have died there. Second bullet. It hits the left arm. It goes through muscle. It doesn't hit bone. Bob doesn't fall. He keeps running. Adrenaline is controlling his body. He doesn't feel pain. He just moves. The killers don't go any further. They've done their job. They've fired enough bullets. Bob is wounded. Don Taylor is dying. Rita is wounded. Mission accomplished. 90 seconds. 7 bullets. 3 wounded. The killers jump into the car. They flee. They retreat into the darkness. But there's one thing. They didn't quite kill Bob, and that would be their biggest mistake. An ambulance arrives. They take him to the hospital. The doctors examine Bob. They take an X-ray. They wait for the results. The doctor comes out. He has an incredible expression on his face. It's a miracle, he says. The bullet went through his chest, but it didn't hit his heart. It's a few millimeters. If it hadn't been for that millimeter, Bob wouldn't be here now. Don Taylor is in worse shape. He has 5 bullet wounds. He's being operated on. The doctors don't know if he'll survive. The bullet in Rita's head has cleared his skull. A miracle. There's no other word for it. The news spreads throughout Jamaica and then around the world overnight. Bob Marley has been shot on. He's wounded. The concert is going to be canceled. The whole world is thinking it. No one goes on stage 48 hours after being shot 5 times. Impossible. But wait, you don't know Bob Marley yet. Sunday, December 5th, the day of the concert. Bob stands up in the hospital. His arm is bandaged. His chest hurts. Every movement is agony. The doctor comes in. Bob, you can't go on stage. Your body is in shock. You still have to recover. Bob shakes his head. No, I have to go. But why? No one expects you to. Everyone will understand. Bob looks at the doctor. There's a firm expression in his eyes, because if I don't go, evil will win. If I'm afraid, they will win. I have to show people that love is stronger than fear. The doctor doesn't understand, but he doesn't stop him. Bob leaves the hospital. He gets in his car. He drives to National Heroes Park. On the way, reporters surround him. Bob, is the concert canceled? Bob answers. His voice is quiet but firm. Evil people won't let me sleep peacefully. I have to make music. I have to serve the people. Because God's work is never finished. The journalist asks in surprise. But they tried to kill you. Aren't you afraid? Bob smiles. A painful smile, but real. The people who opened fire don't know. No one can stop God's plan. Bullets can hurt the body, but they can't kill the soul. And what happened that night was written in golden letters in the history of music. National Heroes Park, 80,000 people. They've all arrived, but they're all in doubt. Will Bob come? The stage is dark. The tension is in the air. People are whispering, he's coming? No, it's impossible. He must be in the hospital. Then, the lights come on, and a shadow appears on the stage. Bob Marley. His arm is bandaged. His steps are slow. His face is drawn in pain. But he's there. 80,000 people stand up at once. Screams, sobs, applause. People can't believe it. They're witnessing a miracle. Bob steps up to the microphone. He grabs his guitar, and he starts to speak. They tried to kill me, but you protected me. I'm here, because music is stronger than guns. Love is stronger than hate. And then he starts to sing. War, the first song. About war. But for peace, every note is a protest. Every word is a resistance. The second song. No woman, no cry. 80,000 people sing along with him. The voices merge. And at that moment, everyone understands. This is not just a concert. This is a union of souls. Bob stays on stage for 90 minutes. 90 minutes. Every movement is painful. But he keeps going. When he sings Get Up, Stand Up, the whole stadium shakes. People jump on their feet. They forget the pain. They forget the fear. The concert ends. Bob falls off the stage. He's about to fall. But he smiles because he proved it. No bullet can silence the music. Mini hook. But there's still an unanswered question. Who was behind this attack? After the concert, Bob decides he can't stay in Jamaica because he knows they'll try again. He flies to London. He lives there for 18 months. He records the album Exodus. He records the album Kaya. And he spreads his message to the world. Years later, the truth comes out. Who organized the attack? The armed groups of the JLP. They thought Bob supported the PNP, but the role of the CIA. It has not been proven, but everyone in Jamaica knows. The American government was playing political games in Jamaica, and Bob Marley was an obstacle in this game. 1978. Bob returns to Jamaica. He organizes the One Love Peace concert, and he does something that no one expects. He calls to enemy leaders, Michael Manley and Edward Seaga, on stage. He holds their hands. He raises them in the air. The photographer takes a picture. History is written. This is the moment that Bob proves music is more powerful than guns. When Bob dies in 1981, the world cries. But before he dies, he leaves something behind. Legacy, message, hope. Bullets can kill the body, but ideas are eternal. What did this story teach you? It showed you that even when faced with fear, you should not lose faith. It showed you that sometimes the greatest heroism is simply to get up and keep going. Now a question for you. Write it in the comments section. If you were Bob Marley, what would you do? Would you take to the stage, or would you run? Think, answer, because this question will show your true nature. And don't forget, like this video. Subscribe to our Marley Files, the Untold Stories channel. Turn on notifications, because in the next video, an even more shocking story awaits you. Bob Marley's last words, the sentence he said to his son Ziggy on his deathbed. That sentence changed the lives of millions of people around the world. And that sentence will change your life to. See you in the next video. One love.